Hey everyone, Autonomous64 here, and today we are honestly back for PATAPON 1 plus 2 replay because there is a new mode that they actually added, believe it or not. What's really funny about this though, a little bit of context before we get into it. I made like a whole post about the fact that this channel finally hit 1K subscribers, which I'll go more into details about how I feel about that in like an update video sorts, like for real this time. The other thing is that 2 days after that post, for Rapaton, there was actually a video announcement for the Dark Rapaton update finally coming out on Christmas, by the way. So, you know, that was funny timing and everything. So they had that announcement video out. I checked that out. I was looking at the update details, and I wanted to get another look over before I started making a video on it. Another 2 days have passed after that video was dropped. And in this game, PATAPON 1 plus 2 replay suddenly come out with a new mode. They really decided to release the mode, and they announced it was going to be coming out the following Monday. It took me this long to get to this point because, admittedly, I wanted to save it for recording on the weekends like I normally do. And also this will help me get into the groove of just doing playthroughs on the weekends like I've been wanting to do. Anyway, with all that finally said, the boss rush mode is the new mode we got going on here. I did play a little bit of it just to at least get a feel for how it's supposed to work. There is one for PATAPON 1 and PATAPON 2 for each game. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm probably just gonna stick with PATAPON 2 for this. Not just because it's the game I prefer on this, like I've mentioned on several playthroughs at this point, but also there's just a lot more customization you have with that. Not just because of more weapons, but with also more like classes you can work with, and to say nothing about the hero Patapon as well. And I did get a little far with that one. So pretty much how this works, they give you a small preview. At the top right, you can see specifically the boss you have to fight. It's not always the Donga first. A preface. It doesn't work like it would in like Subspace Emissary, where it's always PD Piranha and then always ends with Taboo, which is something else I'll be covering, but it's more just like a random assortment of bosses at any given moment, and you always get booted here to switch out on like which squadrons you want to use. They all have their own health. If a unit dies, they do not come back. Anyone who's remaining gets a little bit of health back, including the hero. Thankfully the hero does always come back, but you know, if he gets under a certain circumstance where he's like insta-kill like anyone else, that's it. They're gone too. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the case, but I'm gonna just say it is. You do get a little bit of the weather, so you could see if you could prepare for like what summons you want to use. Which, another thing for the PC version specifically, unfortunately, this update does kind of break the Miracle Skip mod, so unfortunately, you're probably gonna have to sit through the same thing as much as I do. Unless an updated version of the mod is out, but either way, I'm already making a video on it, so that's just how it is right now. Let's begin. Another thing, all the bosses are in the form of stages. The first one was just one boss. We just cleared it, we cleared the stage. This stage, we're going to have to face against 2 bosses before the stage clears out, and I believe it's just so on and so forth. So, that's pretty much how the rest of this is. And again, because we are facing against Manboroth here, oh boy, you guys already know how I feel about this one. we're gonna be playing with some Blizzard, so definitely gonna have to stick with some Rain. I believe you can also have stew. Like if you have a bunch of stew from that minigame, you could use those too. Again, I don't have a lot of stew with my own save files on this, and I gotta beef up the units. Like that's the thing about this update. It's the fact that I have a reason to beef up my units again, which is honestly great. But anyway, enough yapping. We're gonna continue with the rest of this with no commentary, unless the hero dies, of course. But let's go. Wait, you could end up fighting him again? Oh my god, I didn't even know about that. You know what? Just for the ease of myself on this, with a stronger unit class, I think I'm gonna focus on just the storm, because on top of the fact that you do get the wind ability, I mean, not the wind ability, the rain, which clears out the worry about the snow, you do also get the tailwind, which helps a lot, I mean, a lot when it comes to one of the attacks that the Mamborov can spam, which is just like shooting snowflakes out of its tusk. Well, I died just because the boss wanted to get a run back on me. Anyway, anytime you die on a run, you can go back from the last save point you had, which is usually from clearing a stage. Which means you're more likely going to have to go back, but from what I understand, it does reshuffle the bosses, so if I ever want to come back to this, I'll have a better luck with that. But probably the best way to get them back up to snuff with dealing with bosses is to just go back to the main gameplay, like the main game save file, and just beef them up from there. Because the cool part about the boss rush mode is that it's entirely separate from the main save. It changes absolutely nothing from this. You can basically add resources from the main game, like the stew I mentioned and the other miracles, and bring those over to the boss rush, since the boss rush is its own mode, once again. And you can just beef them up to your heart's content. I really wish the game had some multiplayer with this to really get a good feel for this, but that's for another day. Talking about that is gonna be for another day. And I'm still holding out for a PATAPON 3 replay or something along those lines. But with that being shown, you could probably guess what the next video outside of Smash is gonna be related. It's gonna be related to. But until then, this is Arturo Support signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay insane, stay natural, feel the to your life, and of course, always stay to the beat. And stay raw!